Well, welcome to Christ Presbyterian Church's online service. It's Palm Sunday, and as you can see, the palms over my shoulder to remind us of that. This is the day in which we enter into the celebration of Holy Week and remember the events that won climactically our salvation. And we do this at home. Philosopher Nicholas Wolterstorff says that whenever we come to worship, we come with trumpets, with ashes, and with tears. Because he says in any Christian life over the course of that week, we have experienced trumpets and ashes and tears. What does he mean by that? Well, he says we've experienced trumpets, things to celebrate, and God's goodness and grace. And we've all experienced a tremendous amount of God's goodness and grace over this last week. And there are things to be thankful for. But we also come with ashes because there's sin in our lives and in the world that we need to mourn over. We have not loved God with our whole heart. We have not loved our neighbor as ourselves. And we also come with tears because when we live in a world that is marked by the fall and the curse, we all experience a tremendous amount of loss and sin and misery that causes suffering in our lives. And so we come and we cry to God and we bring our whole lives to Him. This service of worship is appropriately a service where we bring all those things. And one of the reasons why we're bringing all those things, and especially while we're bringing our tears, is because I believe that we are all experiencing a lot of loss, and we need to know what to do with that loss, especially in order to move forward creatively in love and service of God. And we're not going to be able to do that until we name the loss and recognize it. A lot of us are trying to get back to what we had. And I've got some news for you. I'm not sure that what we had we're going to get back to for a long, long time. Even if we're able to meet corporately and worship, I don't know what that's going to look like, and I doubt it's going to look quite like it did before. And so we need to mourn that together. We need to mourn those losses and name them and mourn them in order to move forward creatively into what God has next for us. And so this service is a service for that. And it's appropriate to do that on Palm Sunday. Because when Jesus and his disciples marched into Jerusalem, there were a lot of trumpets because the king was coming. And blessed be the one who comes in the name of the Lord. And there was something to celebrate, for the king has come. But there were also a lot of ashes because the king came to rescue sinners who were his disciples who abandoned him and betrayed him even on the night when he was fully committed to them. And we come with tears because they came with tears. Jesus experienced sorrow upon sorrow. The disciples experienced sorrow as they lost their master. He cried out in agony in the Gethsemane, experiencing sorrow. And so we bring the whole of our lives to God as they brought the whole of their lives to God on that first Passion Week. So please come worship with us, and as you do so, I encourage you to bring all of who you are before God, so that He can care for all of who you are in the whole of your experience.